Hey Capricorn, how we doing? Okay. Having some technical difficulties, but we're gonna win this fight today. By golly, I swear. Alright. As I was saying right before, once again I hit the wrong button on my phone. That I've done a couple of recordings for you guys, but they just haven't come for one reason or another. And right as I was saying that, you guys got a jumper card, and it is full moon. And that's completion. And the messages from your first readings today were all about how you guys are coming up to the end or to the beginning of a new cycle, and that you might be a little anxious or antsy to meet this head on. But Capricorn, you guys are driven, ambitious, strong, smart people. You don't need approval from others. You are very self-motivated, but I think that this popped out again as a reminder that, because this was in your be aware position before, I'll explain the 7 positions really quickly after, but full moon just jumped out for you guys again, and this is completion. I think that this is telling me that a lot of caps out there, so driven and ambitious that you are not recognizing that completion is a cycle on its own, and that you guys are just like so excited that things are happening for you guys and things are starting to look up again for us all, that you're like, okay, on to the next. Well, you guys, this is kind of like the world vibe in the regular tarot or the wild unknown. Completion is a cycle all on its own, and I think it's reminding you caps that to revel in that feeling of wholeness and that sense of completion, because that in itself is a very important cycle of these phases and changes that we go through. So we're going to treat that as a jumper and we'll read it to the side. So this is a very basic 7-card spread. What you need to take a second look at is the first position. What you need not worry about. What you need not worry about. The third is, what does Capricorn need to be aware of, as almost in a danger sense, like, and I can always find the danger, whether it be spiritual or physical, in these cards. What does Capricorn need to be aware of, almost in a dangerous sense? What do you hold tight to this? Learn to appreciate this. Stop pursuing this and seek this. So Capricorn, let's dive right in, okay? What does Capricorn need to take a second look at, or take a closer look at this November 2017? What does Capricorn need to pay extra special attention to and take a closer look at this November 2017? It's funny. Okay, so the first 2 times I recorded for you guys pulled this as your last card. You pulled it as Seek This. And the card is Lightning, and the keyword is Power. So obviously, this is telling you guys that you have a lot of power within. You just need to learn to recognize it and when to use it, and when to call upon yourself to bring you into that position of strength, and when to use your power for not self-serving, but for reasons that help you along your life's path. So this is what you need not worry about, Capricorn. And I think in one of the recordings you literally got this in this position too. This is Dawn, and the keyword is New Beginning. And you need not worry about this, honey, because this is going to happen regardless of whether you want to or not. We're already in this phase. You're already in this cycle, and I think you need not worry about it, because these new beginnings may come fast, because you have completion here too. Okay, so this cycle that you're completing may be short, and you may be jumping headlong into your new beginning, but don't worry about it, because it's the way it's supposed to go. The universe has your best interest at heart, And if you almost give it up to her or spirit or your creator, God, the higher power, whatever you choose to call it, that they will ultimately lead you in the right direction. So I think it's funny that a couple of signs got these cards in the same spread. This is perfect. Okay, what do you need to be aware of, Capricorn? This is fog, and the keyword is veiled. I'm just going through these, and then I'm going to read the interpretations as quickly as I can after, and with my own interpretation. To me, this says you need to be aware of people putting a veil over you, or people trying to fog up something that you know is true, but they're trying to distract you from the point, or they're trying to get you to focus on something else while they're kind of like, stabbing the knife in your back. I feel like that message might be particularly resonant for a couple Capricorns out there. So what you need to be aware of is, this interpretation is totally different from the book, but I feel like I need to say to you, what you need to be aware of is anyone that is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, because you guys are smarter than that and you know what the hell's up. So Capricorn, what do you need to hold tight to? Hold tight to this November 2017. Capricorn, what do you need to hold tight to? Hold on to. What do you need to... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, what does Capricorn need to hold tight to? Gosh darn. Okay. Well, I guess the cards are gonna speak for themselves. So, what do you need to hold tight to? This card is beautiful. It's a lotus flower. Unfoldment being the keyword. I have pulled this once or twice. I don't exactly recall. I feel like it's part about being spiritually aware and not being forced into it and not forcing others into it, but we'll see with our book. Okay, so what does Capricorn need to learn to appreciate? What does Capricorn need to learn to appreciate November 2017? One more card, guys. What does Capricorn need to learn to appreciate? So funny. Okay, you definitely got this. It's so funny. You definitely got this in one of the recordings I did this morning. But you need to learn to appreciate fire or passion. What drives you? What kind of things in your life literally light a fire under your ass and get you going? What puts that fire in your belly and quickens your heart and kind of takes your breath away? Sexually, yes, but what else makes you feel like this? What else drives your power? What else gets your gears going, And that's something that you guys need to learn to appreciate, because I guarantee that you Capricorns have a lot of hobbies and things that you guys do on the side aside of work that really complete you. And they really have a way of showing us who you really are, okay? So Capricorn, stop pursuing this. This is something you need to stop pursuing, November 2017. This card always gives me a sick feeling in my belly. Okay, what does Capricorn need to stop pursuing? Interesting. So, you guys pulled River. Movement. To me, right away, this says stop pursuing, stop fighting against Mother Nature, because when you struggle against the current, what happens? You get tired, and eventually you have to give up, because Mother Nature and her plan is ultimately stronger, and she will you against Mother Nature. Mother Nature's probably gonna win hands down every time. So stop seeking the fight, Capricorn. I feel like I want to say stop seeking the resistance, okay, that you might have in a certain situation in your life. Stop seeking the where am I going feeling, because you are where you should be, okay? And Capricorn, finally, this is something you need. Whoa, this is something you need to seek. Two beautiful cards. Okay, this is something Capricorn needs to seek this November 2017. Swapped out. What does Capricorn need to seek? Awesome. I love this card. Okay, you guys pulled crystals and focus. So what do you need to seek? You need to seek focus. And right now I'm telling you that whatever focus, this is telling you that you need to seek out. It is, I want to say it's focusing on your new beginning. It's focusing on you taking that right turn and going down your right path and assuming your power, stepping into your truth, and showing the world who you are regardless of who gives an F. You know, be your authentic self, I feel like I want to say, even though it has nothing to do with that card. Don't feel like you have to hide who you are to, you know, make other people see your power, to bring your new beginning. Don't walk around with this veil and disguise your authentic self. Stop pursuing movement. Stop pursuing something that you're trying to push that hasn't come yet, because it probably will come. It just, in its due time, it will come. Okay, so for you guys, on the bottom of the deck is Dragonfly. This is emergence or emerging. So you know what, I have been really slacking on doing that for every single sign, but I feel like right now that you guys, I think it will you'll benefit from hearing that message. So what you need to take a second look at, Capricorn, is lightning, and the keyword is power. Okay, so what you need to take a closer look at, Capricorn. The power is now available to you. The force of life itself is neutral. It is neither inherently good nor bad. It is how you utilize the power that will, whether it is ultimately harmful or life-giving and congruent with the will of spirit that pulses through you. What is recognized is awareness of your intention, your values, and your willingness to act upon them under the particular circumstances of your inquiry. So whatever you feel you've come to watch this reading for right now, the question that you might have in your head or whatever, it's saying go with the flow and trust your intuition on why you're here seeking these answers from those of us on YouTube that read. Although you may see yourself as using this power for good, do not allow yourself to get caught up in the duality of good or bad in determining your decisions or actions. Through prayer or ceremony, you can tap into the spiritual force, and by paying close attention to Spirit's prompting, your choice will ultimately be revealed to you, one that is beyond your typical perspective. From there, you can continue to access this divine power that is the very life force driving this universe. So it's saying you guys right now have the power to manifest what you wish. You guys are driven people, like I've said 100 million times. Do not forget that. But also, do not weigh too heavily on the duality, like, is this good, is this bad? If you feel that instinctually, besides like murdering people, but if you feel instinctually that this is the direction that you're supposed to be moving in, don't fight it. Don't stop pursuing the movement. Stop fighting against the current, okay? So, Capricorn, this is what you need not worry about. And this is dawn, and it's a new beginning. And I'm telling you right now, you don't have to worry about it because it's already begun, okay? Your next phase, the end of 2017 to the end of 2018, is going to be a lot different for a lot of us. And I know I felt that way last year. I was hoping, but I feel it in a different way this year. So you need not worry about the new beginning because it's coming. It's here. Okay. When you witness the initial stages of dawn without the benefit of the clock or another timepiece for a while, you may not be able to discern whether the sky is really lightning. The stars remain visible, and the shadows of the night still shape the landscape. It is that way with any new beginning. It is difficult to tell where the old ends and the new begins. Gradually, however, it becomes clear to your senses that the light is definitely increasing, and as you continue to observe, the world slowly wakes up, accompanied by the sounds, smells, and freshness associated with it. Soon the first glimmer of sun shows, and a new day has begun. This is a time to say farewell to the old and honor the new by releasing any self-imposed constraints or resistance to the truth that you know. This is your chance to develop that project you've been thinking about, embark on that adventure you've been dreaming about going on, and take risks in initiating what your intuitive self has been telling you to do. As this prospect becomes increasingly visible and real, doubts and uncertainties may arise, but rest assured, just as dawn inevitably turns into day, by heeding your inner guidance, you will succeed. So don't let those like little night goblin thoughts take hold of you, Capricorn. You guys know better. Go with your intuition, and doubt is very much a part of all of us. I feel it keeps us human, but don't let it overtake you, okay? Don't worry about it, okay? What is something that you need to be aware of, as in the sense of almost a danger? And this is fog, and the keyword is veiled, okay? So, fog. Okay. So be aware of this, Capricorn, okay? You are immersed in confusion and you are enmeshed in confusion and uncertainty, and are unsure if this will clear up. This is not the best time to make decisions, particularly any major ones. Know that this foggy veil will eventually dissolve. Although there are many ways that you are unconsciously contributing to this state, the greater truth is that it is simply a cycle you're moving through, and like all things, this too shall pass. So that's why it's telling you not to worry about the new beginnings, because you may be feeling like in between these stages right now. I feel like that's why full moon jumped out, because it's like, is this going to come to an end? I can't tell if it's the end of the night or the beginning of the day. Don't worry about it. Let go and let love, let the universe do its job, okay? They've got you, you're in good hands, baby. Okay. Allow yourself to feel confused. In fact, decide to be confused. No matter what attempts you make right now to make things happen or move in a specific direction out of impatience or frustration, you risk only creating more confusion and uncertainty. That's why it's telling you to stop seeking movement, okay? It's telling you stop trying to make it happen. It will happen as it should, okay, Capricorn? So be still and patient. Wait for the first glimmer of awareness to lift the veil, and so you can see the chances before you even more clearly, and then you can choose to align yourself with the will of Spirit. What do you need to learn to hold tight to this month? Which is Lotus Flower and Unfoldment. Okay, that's such a beautiful card. So, Capricorn, you need to hold tight to Lotus Flower and Unfoldment. Your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at times, whether or not you are aware of it. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. It is a natural cycle, one that cannot be truly coerced or halted. It is an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face changes and occasionally suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey to returning to the light. Basically, I feel like this whole theme of the reading is not to push it, Capricorn, because things happen as they should in their own timetable. And although you guys are very driven, ambitious people, there are some things that you just have no fucking hand in, and you have no control over. So just go with it, okay? Everything will happen as it should. So, what you need to learn to appreciate quickly: fire, passion. This is, yes, it speaks of sexuality, passion, but it speaks of what stirs you in your hobbies, in your, just what gets you going. What are your passions? What turns you on? What ignites your inner flame? Okay, this is what you need to learn to appreciate, because I think you guys need to stop sometimes and take more time for recreation. When you feel devoid of passion, consider what is missing in your life. It is most likely an absence of the fire in your belly, something that makes your heart beat faster and quickens your breathing. Passion is not something that comes from outside of you, although some events and circumstances can trigger it. It is an intensity of feeling, whether quietly experienced or enthusiastically expressed. Passion can simply be a strong feeling, or the sensation itself that can be so powerful that it motivates you to act. This is too often associated exclusively with sexuality, which is certainly one way of experiencing it. Yet it limits its meaning and demeans the broader possibilities. Open yourself to the truth of what you are passionate about and find a means to express it. So that's what you guys need to learn to appreciate, is a way to excuse me, you guys need to learn for downtime, playtime, Capricorn. You need to learn to appreciate that time that you are given. So stop pursuing this as river, and the keyword being movement. And I have a feeling that's what it's all about, is forcing your timetable. Okay. So fighting or blocking the flow of the life force can lead you to feeling spiritually void and disconnected from source. Just like the metaphor of the river, it does not work to force or fight this compelling movement. When you simply pay attention and observe the flow, it becomes easier to navigate your experiences and see what lies ahead, or at least get a sense of what is to come by the ever-changing geography and unfolds as you cruise along. Your resistance is hampering your ability to make this choice in this matter. Surrender to the movement of life, be grateful, and you'll see signs along the shore and the river itself that offer you clues about what direction your egoless self is to be making. Go with the flow, I didn't want to say that, is a more trite euphemism here. It is essential to you that you do so now. Breathe, relax, and you will know. So that is definitely the key meaning of this reading, is go with the flow, don't fight it. Things will happen as they should. And finally, crystals. Focus. Seek this, Capricorn, for November 2017. This is something you need to seek. It's crystals and focus. It's such a beautiful... Imagine finding a cave of amethyst like that. I could. That'd be bitchin'. Alright. My battery's about to die, so let's roll, because if I have to do this a fifth time, my head's gonna blow off. Alright, so. It's something you need to seek. Seek this, Capricorn. It is time to bring your complete focus to the subject of your inquiry. Eliminate all distractions and give your undivided attention to this. Whether it's a project, a relationship, or simply relaxing time spent walking in nature, be fully present in the situation. This sharpening of focus will expand your awareness and allow your inner guidance to penetrate your consciousness, which can be parlayed into the appropriate action. Being focused with crystal clarity, you are in the flow of the life force and in fact have become one with it. It is not a hypervigilant or attention-filled state, but one of relaxed attention. Keep your eyes, ears, and heart focused on that which you need to pay attention to, and miracles can be created. To paraphrase a fictional elder, use the force and use it in life-enhancing ways. So Capricorn, I really feel like this is a very clear message for you guys, that even if you're afraid of this new job, this new home, this new relationship, this new cycle that you guys are coming into, and if you can't ascertain, where it ends and where it begins, just don't feel the need to analyze it, okay? Just go with the flow. Give yourself up to, the greater good, and just be like, Spirit, the Creator, God, whatever you guys like to call it, knows what's best for me, and they will take you there, okay? I am going to read the jumper, full moon, because I believe that's going to be an extra, kind of like putting a bow on the reading. Okay, you can now take pleasure in knowing that whatever you've been working toward has reached its culmination, okay? There you go, Capricorn. It may have been a relatively brief cycle or a much more intensive one, yet regardless of the length of time, you have arrived at the stage of completion. Let yourself feel the contentment and the satisfaction of this accomplishment. It is like when you take a deep breath and reach to the point where your lungs are pleasantly full and your body is ready to release that breath. It is not only important to enjoy this completion, but to also let go and allow yourself to relax afterward. Relax being the key word, Capricorn. Relax. Just like exhaling slowly and consciously. People are much too eager to rush to the next item on the agenda without giving proper time and space to appreciating and honoring the natural cycle of the release that follows a point of resolution. Give yourself that time to relax and rest before tackling Spirit's next assignment. Capricorn, you guys are very ambitious, driven people. You guys want to get things done. You're movers, you're shakers. You are very amazing people, but something's telling you to pump the brakes, to relax, and to, let the universe be your guide. They're not going to steer you wrong, okay? And Capricorn, if you feel that you are feeling anxious about a new cycle in your life, or a new chapter, if you're unsure of it, sure, talk to some people, feel them out, see what they think about it, but don't force anything, you guys. And stay, if you are coming to the end of something and the beginning of something else, be present in your daily life and be mindful and appreciate every moment that goes with every cycle of life, because it all has its own importance, okay? Capricorn, you guys are amazing. Thank you for sticking with me. That was a third or fourth recording for you guys for this month, but funnily enough, you've gotten 3 to 4 of the cards that I pulled in the last few readings, so obviously the message is clear. Pump the brakes, go with the flow, let Mother Nature and the universe do her job. They know what's best for you. I love y'all. Namaste.